to feel comfortable that you guys know before we're done this call. So if it gets too long, I apologize, but it's some stuff that I like to cover with everybody, so everybody feels comfortable going forward. So first, I do want to start this being just a tiny little bit of interaction, and I wondered if you guys could just introduce yourself and just quickly tell us who your coach is, so who your upline is, and if you want to share with us why you've decided to become a coach, you can do that, but I know that's kind of scary. So just give your name and who your coach is, and if you want to share with us why you've decided to join our team, that would be great too. So I'm just maybe going to call out names, okay? So Tammy, can you go first? You're at the top of my screen.
My coach is Jen, and I started Beachbody so that I could possibly get away from a job that's in a dead-end situation.
Awesome. Cool. Shelby?
Sorry, I'm like late to the party. What am I doing?
Just introduce yourself. Tell us who your coach is and why you decided to join Beachbody, to become a coach.
Okay, I'm going to move from a room because my brother is just moving back in from being in school, so it's a little hectic at the front door. So anyways, I am Shelby, and I started being a coach back in November. Michelle is now my coach. I started because I heard about the business opportunity, and that's kind of what I jumped at, but then just kind of fell in love with the fitness aspect of it and the community of all these badass women, and now I absolutely love it, and it's become my passion, and that's what I'm going to retire myself from working for the government, and hopefully in the next couple of years be where Michelle's at.
Awesome. There's no doubt in my mind you'll be there. Okay, Katie?
Kate.
Sorry. Oh,
That's okay.
I think there's two. Sorry. Yeah, Kate, you go.
Okay.
You go first, Kate.
Okay.
I'm Katie. My coach is Rachel Bryans, and then Justine. And I have been a coach for about 3 weeks, I think. But joined Beachbody January 2016, and mostly became a coach for my own accountability, but also would be great to develop it as a side project, as a side hustle for now.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, how about you, Kate? You can go down.
Hi. Yeah, my coach is Cassie Russell, or Cassie Van Dam. I just used her maiden name by accident. Yeah, I'm pretty brand new. I just started 13 days ago, saying yes to Cassie and starting to do the workouts and the Shakeology, and I was immediately super into it. Like, I went from not really having much of an interest to just being like so interested. And for the coaching, I'm very open-minded about it. I don't know exactly what my goals are right now, but I'm very open-minded about what could happen with it, and I'm excited to see what happens, actually.
That's good. That's awesome. Well, welcome. I know I just saw your welcome picture today. That's awesome that you're on the call.
Thank you.
Okay. How about, I'm just going to skip over our oldies here, okay? So you don't have to introduce yourself. Natalie?
Yes. Hello. My coach is Darlene, and I'm a mother of twins who are 18 months old. So after having them, I wanted to get back into fitness and feeling good and having energy again. So I've been doing it maybe over a year now, and I decided to become a coach because I just love the community, and it's awesome. I just wanted to help other moms.
Great. Well, thank you. Welcome. Okay, Yvonne?
Okay. So I just came on with Megan, I would say 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It's kind of scary. I just wanted to do it for accountability, and I love the product, and I've been working with Shakeology and the different Beachbody body programs since December, and the result is evident and people are noticing, and so I just wanted to share it with other people. And I'm kind of an old lady too, so I love gardening and canning, so it's like the whole I don't know,
Good.
going
I'm
old
an
school,
old
going
lady.
simple, going basic.
That's good. Well, hopefully tonight we can take away some of the scary for you. We'll get started with that anyways. Okay, Chelsea.
Hi, my name's Chelsea. My coach is Michelle. I've been using Beachbody products for probably 3 years since Michelle became a coach. I was coaching with her, wasn't the right time, I was in school, and now I just decided it was the right time. I've seen how much it has changed her life, and I do have a passion for health and fitness. And Megan's also my cousin, we forget about her, and I've seen how much it's changed her life too, so I'm hoping you'll do the same for me.
I don't know if you guys can stand another blood relative of ours on this team. Okay, I'm getting all lost with everybody now. Ashley?
Hi.
Hello, how are you? I think you came in late, so that's okay. I just wanted everybody to sort of introduce themselves and tell us who their upline, who their coach is.
Okay. So my upline coach is Megan.
And you must have just started with us, did you, Ashley?
Yes. I have been doing, I did the 3-day refresh last week and did Sean Week, and that was me being introduced to it. And yesterday I launched my Facebook page.
Very good. That's awesome. Good for you. That's great. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you. Rachel?
I'm muted. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Megan's my coach. And
Maybell.
I tried. Sorry?
Sorry.
Keep going.
Megan's my coach. So we tried this about a year ago. And now we're trying it again.
Oh, good. There's that happens to a lot. That's like my cousin Chelsea. She tried it, wasn't the right time. You just never know when it's going to be the right time. Well, welcome back. Let's see. Who am I missing? I'm sure I'm going to miss some people. Let's go. Is Jess still here? I've lost her. Jess, are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My name's Jess. I joined Beachbody during Shanti Week under Michelle. And I've decided to force myself to be more accountable and try out the coaching and see where things go.
Awesome. Well, we are excited to have you. And let's see. You know what? I've got 2 pages. There's a bunch of people here. Alicia? Are you still there? I don't see your face anymore. Okay, well, you know what? That's good. Let's get started. There's a lot of people. I am going to meet everyone and get started. I'm going to go through some information, and then hopefully we'll have some time at the end for you guys to ask questions. So if you have questions, just write them down, and we can go over them then. Okay, so I'm just going to mute everybody just so there isn't too much noise. Okay, Megan, can you just give me a thumbs up to make sure that you guys can still hear me? Okay, great. Okay, so thank you. That's scary, right? This is probably your first time on a call like this and to have to introduce yourself. So high fives to all of you for just going out of your comfort zone already. Because you know what? That's something that we do every single day as a coach. As much as it's scary, it always pushes ourselves forward and it pushes our businesses forward. So you've already done a scary thing for today. So high props to you guys, because I know that I would have been scared doing that too at the beginning. So that was awesome. So first things first, I want to make sure that everyone has gone through the first 30. Now you would have got that in your very first email from Team Beachbody. It does have some pretty important information, how you're going to get paid. If you're Canadian, there's a form that you do have to fill out so you can get paid. Okay, so I want you to go back to that email if you missed it. It's a video that you will watch and it'll take you through a little tour of your online office. It'll show you how to set up your EFT, which is your direct deposit, so you can get paid. And again, Canadians, this form, the W8-BEN form, has to be filled out or they will hold your commission. So it's not that you won't get your commission, but they'll hold it until they get that form. So make sure you've done that. after you've gone through your first 30, just connect with your coach, okay? And then we'll kind of take you to the next steps. We have a whole system in place for you guys to make this whole process as simple as possible. But we don't like to bombard you with too information at once, because I'm gonna bet that a lot of you are already feeling overwhelmed, right? Can I get a raise of hands? Are you feeling a little bit like, holy shit, that's a lot of information? Right. So there's more to come. And that's why we kind of give it to you in baby steps. So tonight, I'm going to kind of do an overview of everything, but then we're going to break the process down with your upline coach, okay? So make sure once you've got through that first 30, you connect with your coach, and then we'll go from there, okay? So like I just said, if you're feeling overwhelmed, that is totally normal. We all felt that way. And to be honest, I still have days that I'm learning. There's always new things to learn. And that's one of the things I love about coaching. It's always fresh, it's always new, but you just kind of just have to take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that we are a team that will help you through everything. You are never alone. You never have to feel silly about asking questions, because trust me, if you're asking it, I asked it at one time too. So don't be nervous. You can always reach out to me, and you can always reach out to your coaches and your teammates. So I really want to keep it as simple as possible for your first few weeks or even first month in your business. And really, all you guys need to do right now is share your story. What's most important to me as your team leader is that you're working on your health and fitness. That's what we're about here. It's about your health and your happiness and your journey. So I want to make sure that you're doing that and sharing it. In these first few weeks of your business, that's what you need to be comfortable doing, is sharing your journey on social media, whatever platform you've decided to choose. It really does not matter. There is not a right or wrong. If you're more comfortable on Instagram, please go to Instagram. If you're more comfortable on Facebook, go to Facebook. Wherever you have the most people is probably your best place to start. Okay, but your comfort level as well. You know, maybe you have both and you would prefer to do Instagram, and that's fine. You don't have to do what I did. You don't have to do what your coach did. You have to do what makes you feel the most comfortable. But you do have to share your journey. And that can be done in so many different ways. If you follow any of your coaches, which I would suggest you do, there's leaders on our team. You can see them here: Megan, myself, Heidi, Darlene, Justine. You want to follow our pages and really see what we're doing. If you follow my page, you'll see in the morning I always post motivation. You might not be ready to share your deepest, most dark secrets like I do on my page. It's totally understandable that you're not ready to do that yet, but something really easy to share is motivation. What motivates you? What has motivated you to become a coach and do your workout every day? That's what you want to share with people. That's what reaches people every day. And that's how you're going to start connecting with the people that are going to want to join you. So I have 5 different suggestions of things that you can share about. If I can find it in my notes, here we go. So motivation is something that's super easy to share. But I want you to do it authentically. I want you to do it that it speaks from your heart. I don't just want you to copy an image or, copy and paste an image from someone else. I want you to go to Pinterest and find a quote that really speaks to you. Then use a fancy app that are easy to use. WordSwag is one that I would suggest you all download, and make that quote your own. Take a picture of yourself and put the quote on top of it, or get a pretty background that speaks to you. Maybe you like flowers. Maybe you're like me and do everything in hot pink. Like, get the things that are really true to you and start using that over and over again. You want people to connect to you, what you like, because what that does is it connects you with the people that you're going to be able to help. You're always going to be able to help people that are much like you. That's who's going to be drawn to you. Share motivation, share your fitness journey. So share, and it doesn't mean that you're just like selfing and saying, hey, I got it done, T25. You want to share why you got it done. What motivated you to get it done? Was it hard? Tell the truth. I'm always huffing and puffing. Take a little couple minute or 30-second video of yourself. Do all of those things and share with people why you are adding fitness to your life. Share your nutrition and share Shakeology. But we do not try and spam people with the Shakeology, okay? I am going to ask you not to take a picture of yourself kissing your Shakeology cup. Let's just be a team that just does not do that. And I've done it before, so if you have done it, don't feel bad, but let's from this day out not do it. It's much more intriguing to your viewers if they don't actually know what you're drinking. If you follow the leaders' posts, they're usually talking about their superfood shake and how they are having this really convenient shake that's giving them 5 to 6 servings of vegetables. It's a little mysterious, and then people will ask you what you're doing. But you want to share. You want to share about it. So you need to have a little bit of confidence around Shakeology. So doing your due diligence and learning a little bit about this product is going to make you very comfortable and confident talking about it. It's something I wish I would have done. I wish I just would have taken one day and gone to the YouTube channel on Shakeology and just watched a bunch of videos. So I felt a little bit more confident talking about it. For me, it was really, I took Shakeology because my coach said I should. I liked the taste of it and I thought it would make me skinny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I started drinking it. So I didn't necessarily know what it was really doing for me. So then I didn't have confidence talking about it. So if I can give you one tip, take a couple hours this weekend and just start building up your confidence, because you are going to have to answer those questions. You can also share your nutrition. Just share what you're eating. Show them that there's containers involved. Share that you're using portion control and why you're liking it. Share the coaching lifestyle and do that right away. In fact, I think you should all take a picture of this screen right now and share it. I saw you doing that, Natalie. That's great. And share, like, oh my God, it's 9 o'clock and I'm hanging out with 30 other women learning about coaching. Share what you're doing. Share this lifestyle with people, because I promise you, you're going to intrigue people. And share your life. Honestly, people love hearing about you. It's like your own little reality show, and people get very addicted to it. As weird as that sounds, I know you think it sounds crazy that just the fact that I got my hair done today, everyone wants to know if I went brown or blonde or all that stuff. Like, people really like, that's how you're gaining the trust and getting to know the people that are probably ultimately going to end up in your challenge groups and end up on your team. So really, that's as basic as I need you to be right now. I just need you to start getting comfortable sharing your story. That's what we do as coaches. We do not sell. We do not sell the 21-day fix. We do not sell Shakeology. Beachbody does an amazing job of that on their own. They spend millions and millions of dollars every year selling the 21-day fix, selling challenge packs, selling P90X. What we do as coaches is sell ourselves so we can help people with these programs. We don't need to sell the programs. We need to sell ourselves. We need people to trust us enough to join and have our help so they can get to their goals. That's what Beachbody was missing. Beachbody was a multi-million-dollar company before they had coaches. They sold lots of programs and lots of their products. What they were missing were people getting results. There was a lot of people buying insanity, but no one was getting results. So what they knew is they needed people to support each other through this journey. And that's what we are. We are not nutritionists. We are not fitness instructors. We do not have to make meal plans. We do not have to make workouts up. That's all done for us. All we need to do is be cheerleaders. So what you are selling every single day, I like to call it sharing because I just don't like that selling thing. What you're sharing every single day is why someone should trust you and why someone should join you in this journey of being healthy and fit. And that's what you really need to get confident and comfortable with in this first part of your business. Does that all make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, so that really is what I want you guys to focus the most on in your first few weeks for sure, is your own journey. So if you have just started into a challenge group, okay, and you're just like getting your program, you just signed up a couple days ago, I really want you to focus on yourself right now, okay? I want you to start trickling in some great little images or whatever on your page, but I don't want you to get too uptight about that quite yet. Take a week and a half, and just get into your program, because honestly, that's what we are most concerned about, is you getting into this program and getting yourself healthy and getting yourself on your own journey. And then you're going to start being comfortable sharing more with people. I saw a great grand opening post the other day, which is something that your coach is going to encourage you to do once you are ready. But this person had already started sharing little tidbits on her page. So she shared a workout picture of herself, and she shared a little 21-day fix meal. And finally, a week and a half in, she was ready to tell people what she had done. And that's exactly what her grand opening post sounded like. You guys, I think you've probably seen these crazy workout pictures, right? Well, I decided to do the 21-day fix, and I'm loving it already. I'm already feeling stronger, I'm feeling healthier, and I don't know, I just have this urge to help other people. You know, and she even went on to say, you can unfollow me if this kind of drives you crazy, but I am going to start sharing this and pay this forward because someone was nice enough to pay it forward to me. So you can even do something like that, you know, just start sharing things right away on your page, and then you can come out in a couple weeks and tell people what you're doing, because you are going to have to tell people. If you want this to be a business, you are going to have to open your doors, okay? So your Facebook page or your Instagram page or wherever you're choosing to live, you're going to have to click that open sign on at some point in time. And that's what we like to call your grand opening post. There's no pressure here. You know, you guys are your own boss, basically, of your own, your CEO of your own business. But that is something you do have to do eventually, so people know that they can come to you. Okay, but there's lots of different ways you can go about that. The first place I'd like you to start looking, and if you want to write this down, is the files section in the Team Fitneek team page. The files section is full of information. What our leaders have tried to do from the very first day that we've been coaches is save things for you guys to make this journey a little bit easier for you. So it's a place to go when you're looking for different scripts, maybe different information about Shakeology. You can find examples of grand opening posts there. So you can find personal development suggestions. I mean, the thing is full of different information. So that's a place that there's going to be a lot of different stuff for you guys to look over. And as I said, if you're just starting with us, some of the training information is going to start trickling into you now. Some videos that you can watch that are going to kind of explain a little bit more technical stuff than I'm going to get into today. So I do want to give you some tasks, though, to start your business. And the first thing I want you to think about is starting a connections list. So literally, you can just take a piece of paper out and a pen and start thinking of people that you need to reach out to or you'd like to reach out to. I am going to share my screen here because there is something that we can send off to you that makes this stuff pretty easy. So just give me 1 second here. If I can find it. Not that. Oh, Lord. What's this thing called? Well, I had it saved here all for us and I can't find it. Okay, never mind. Scrap that. It is a list, basically. It's a contact list, but I don't have it. I'll have to go find it. I'll never find it. So it's a contact list that we can actually send to you that's made by Team Beachbody. So it's basically like it has about 50 places that you can jot down names. Now, the easiest way that I went about finding people to start connecting with, because that's what we do, right? We connect with people every single day. When I say we don't sell, I really mean it. I don't really want you ever saying, hey, Jess, how are you? How are the kids? Would you like to join my 21-day fix challenge group? Never, ever, ever have I done that. Never. We chat with people, we get to know them, and we figure out through our conversations if this would be anything they would want to do. And if the conversation leads there, that's awesome. And if it doesn't, you just started a relationship. It's no big deal. So the first place I went when I started as a coach was my friends list on Facebook. I literally went to my friends list and I started with the letter A. And I chatted with all the A's. And then I went AB, and I chatted with all the AB people. And I started AC. And it's just an easy way to make sure you're not missing anyone on your friends list. This does not mean that you're asking them to buy anything. It does not mean that you're talking to them about Beachbody. It's literally just saying, Kim, oh my gosh, I just saw you on Facebook. Are you still living out west? Like, it's just very short conversations, getting friendships restarted again. Because you might end up inviting them to your challenge group in a few weeks down the line. And it's a lot easier to ask someone to join you if you've actually been talking to them. So you need to start connecting with people. And that was the easiest way I went about it, was I literally went to my friends list and I just started reaching out to about 10 people every day. If you want to 10x your business, you just talk to more people. If you're just doing this really slow going train, which is totally fine too, I would say if you want to, make this a business, you should talk to no less than 3 people a day. So 3 connections with new people every day, and write these names down. And if I were you, I would write little notes about them beside. And that's why that contact list is really quite handy, and I can send it to people. I know it's in our file section, but it's also in your Coach Basics training that you'll get to. It's just a PDF. So that's the first thing you need to start doing, is literally going through, and you can even just write down names of people, your coworkers, your people that you would, your coworkers, people that you used to work with, people that go to school with your kid, like your kids' moms, all people that you know, people that you want to connect with. And you don't want to be judgmental. You don't just want to talk to people that you think might do the 21-day fix. That is not what this is about, because everybody knows somebody that might want our help. This thing goes pretty widespread if you keep your mind open and don't be judging people and thinking about, oh, they will or they won't, because we really have no idea who wants and needs this, and they might not need it right now, but if you've connected with them, when they do need it, they're going to remember you. What happens on Facebook, it's a little bit different on Instagram, but what happens on Facebook, when you start connecting with people, they start seeing your posts. So as of right now, you may have 100 people that you're friends with on Facebook. If you have not talked to them in the last week, maybe 2, they will not see your posts. Pretty much guaranteed they do not see what you're posting, unless they're like on Facebook as much as I am, which is doubtful. So you need, the minute you message them though, that makes Facebook say, hey, Jess and Cindy, they are friends. I bet they want to see each other's stuff. So the more people you connect with, they're going to see your stuff. So if you're sharing your journey on your page, it makes that invitation process very easy. Because if you've connected with them and said, hi, how are you? How are the kids? How's Vancouver? Are you going on holidays this year? All that kind of stuff. they start seeing what you're doing. And lots of times, if they're interested, they, in your next conversation, your reply back, they may ask you, what is that you're doing? Or they're at least going to ask you what's new with you, and you're going to be able to tell them. So that's something that you need to start doing, is connecting with people. Okay, does anybody have any questions so far? We can stop and break just for a minute if anybody has any questions. Oh, you're all just such good little students. Megan?
I think that it's also important to note that, like, as soon as you, like, if you're posting and you're sharing your story, and then you all of a sudden reach out to some people and just, like, send them a message like, hey, how's it going? It's going to be natural for some of them to say back to you, like, oh, well, Michelle, I've seen what you're doing. Like, what's up with all that? It just sort of opens the door for them to ask you about what you're doing, because a lot of people are not going to mention it. They're just not. They're not going to message you about it. But if you message them to just say, like, oh, hey, so what are your plans for this summer? They're going to reply back, and then they're going to say, like, hey, I saw that you're working out every morning. Like what's that all about? It just creates interest naturally.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and that's why I said at the beginning, you have to start sharing your journey. If you do nothing else, if you're not ready to do anything else, that has to be your first step. You have to start sharing that if you're going to have any success. So that's really the most important part. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all the other stuff. I really just want you to concentrate on that. If you're just starting, that would be where your comfort needs to start. You need to start doing that. Okay, so we're going to get into the next step, and then we'll go get into a little bit of technical stuff, and then we can go into questions. So I am actually going to share my screen now. I do have this one. So this is called the Business Activity Tracker, and quite frankly, I have made fancy ones of these that are hot pink and gold and all beautiful, but quite honestly, this one from Team Beachbody is just the best one. So once you start sharing your journey, and once you start ready to, you're absolutely ready to build your business, there's some tasks that you need to do every single day that will be your surefire way of seeing success. It may take time. Nothing happens overnight in Beachbody. If anyone here has been told that this happens overnight and it's a get rich quick scheme, you better go from the call. I hope I don't see the numbers drop, because this is nothing happens fast. You need to be consistent. And I'm telling you, the life changes that you can have sure make up for the time that it takes for it to monetarily change your life. So it's 100% worth it. And it will happen if you do this stuff every single day. So what this is called is a business activity tracker. And I found that it's just the easiest way to make sure you're doing the stuff that you need to do every single day. So the first is what we've already talked about. Be proof the products work. So that means drink your Shakeology and do your workout every single day. There's a reason Building Me is on top. Isn't that a pretty cool job? Like, isn't this a pretty cool part-time job that what you have to do for sure is work on yourself? Like, not many other jobs ask you to do that, right? So your first thing is get that workout in and have your Shakeology. And the second thing is spend 20 more minutes on personal development. And I honestly believe that's one of the most important things you can do for yourself, starting from tomorrow morning. And if you're still awake tonight, do it tonight. I hope you're I hope you've been introduced to personal development already. If you haven't, it's literally just doing a little bit of reading or listening to something that is going to fill your mind and your soul, but it's going to give you confidence. It's going to help you believe in yourself. And that really is the ticket to success in this business, is that you believe that this is going to change you. It's going to change your health. It's going to change your happiness. It has the potential of changing everything. It certainly has for me. Some suggestions of books that I will give you right off the bat for new coaches are The Compound Effect. Slight Edge, The Miracle Morning, Mastering Your Mean Girl, You Are a Badass, and Eat That Frog. The thing about personal development is it's personal. So I need you to kind of think about where you are right now and what would be that one thing that might be holding you back. What is giving you a little tiny bit of butterflies as I'm talking about you getting your business started? Write that word down and then share it with your coach, and we will set you up with the perfect personal development book, because every single book reaches a different area. If you are having trouble thinking that you'll have time to do this, Eat That Frog is a really great book. If you're someone that just can't get into a routine, The Miracle Morning is a great book. If you really suffer with confidence issues, and that was me, if I had had Mastering Your Mean Girl 3 years ago, I don't even know where I'd be right now if I read that 3 years ago. So there's different books that'll really help different things. But those two things, being proof the product works and personal development, are the most important thing you need to do every single day. Now we want to talk about building your business. So every day you want to add 3 new people to your social media network. So that means you want to make 3 new friends every single day. And there's lots of ways to do that, guys. Lots of different ways. You're so new right now. Oh my gosh, if you have a partner or a husband, just go to his Facebook friends and start friending the people that look like you'd want to be friends with. That's what I did. I went to Terry's friends and started friending up all those ladies. Some of them are now coaches on the team. Friend mutual friends. Join different groups. So what are your hobbies? Think about your 5 favorite hobbies, and you can join different groups on Facebook and start conversations in there. People that like your posts that you're not friends with already, you can friend them. There's lots of different ways to add people to your social networks. I still, every single day, make sure I do not go to bed until I've added 3 new people to my network. Make 3 posts to your social media. So we've already covered that. That's sharing your journey. Really, a good rule of thumb is to do 3 different ones. So for me, I do 1 motivation in the morning. My afternoon usually has something to do with nutrition. So it might be just sharing my boring lunch again, or sharing that I had Shakeology on the way to get my hair done. And then at night, I usually do a lifestyle post. So it could be a coaching lifestyle post or a family lifestyle post, something to do with my life, basically. So you want to make sure that you're posting on social media 3 times a day. You want to start 3 new conversations. So that's like I was talking about before, those 3 new connections. That does not mean you are selling anything. You are just, I like to call them hey girl messages. So these are the messages that I'm like, hey Diane, how are you? You were just on my live video, Diane. How are you? Diane's always on my live video. She's the best. But I'm, someone that just showed up on one of my posts, I might just start a conversation with her and say, how are you? You popped on my feed today, so I thought I'd check in. How's things going? Or are you guys still living out west? Or how was your Christmas? Or I heard your mom was sick. How's she doing? Like, whatever. Just start 3 new conversations a day. Invite 3 people to your next challenge group. So if you are brand spanking new, I do not think you need to do that tomorrow, okay? But you will be doing that soon. When I say challenge group, it could be a free group. And this is the kind of stuff we're going to get more into with your own coach, your specific coach. And if you don't have someone that's helping you, you can reach out to me. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth when you do your kind of one-on-ones with your own coach. But your challenge group doesn't have to be a paid challenge, and you don't have to run your own challenge group yet. You will always have a challenge group to go into and help run with your coach. And we will ask you to invite people to it. Your first people should be the people that love you your sister, your mom, your cousins, your coworkers, the people that already trust you. Those are the people that you want to share with them and say, you know what, I'm doing this and I think this is going to be really awesome. Would you like to join me? You know, the first people to connect with about that are the people that already love and trust you. Those are going to be your easiest people to talk to. And that's going to help build the confidence for when in a couple months you're asking maybe someone that you haven't talked to since high school. You know, you've started chatting back and forth and you feel like, you know what, I think she would be so amazing at this. I think she'd be a great coach, or I think she would really benefit from my challenge group. I'm going to go out of my comfort zone and I'm going to ask her if she'd like to join me. But the first people to start with are your loved ones, your really good friends. That's what I did. I mean, my cousin, my mom, they were my first challengers. That's who I started with. You want to follow up with 3 people a day. So when you have started these conversations with new people, my best tip is to always end your conversation with a question. So I might say, hey, Tammy, you just popped on my feed and I just thought of you. How are you doing? How are your kids? By the way, those glasses are so awesome. Where did you get those? So she has to answer me back, or most of the time people are going to answer you back. And this is a way to keep going with conversations. And those people that keep going with your conversation, you're going to want to keep following up with them. You're going to want to keep the conversation going. If you've invited someone to your free group, or you've invited someone to become a coach on your team and join you, and you haven't heard from them for a week, you want to make sure you're following up with people. It's said that people need to be asked to do something between 8 and 10 times. They need 8 to 10 exposures to something before they say yes. And trust me, there's a lot of Beachbody coaches out there. So people get exposures quicker than you think. You do not want to have spent a lot of time with a person and then all of a sudden they saw it from another coach and now they're joining her challenge group. And that's what can happen if you lose track and you don't follow up with people and you aren't actually asking them to join you. So that's why keeping track of everyone that you're talking to is super important. When you write it, when you have a conversation with a person, I mean, when I started, I literally started just with a dollar store notebook and I wrote down the names and wrote down a little blurb about our conversation. And I mean, I've obviously gone on to bigger things, computer program called Teamsy, and we'll get into that later on, but really just keep track of those conversations. Talk to 3 people about the coaching opportunity. Now, here's something that I'll be completely honest with you, I did not do at first, and I kick myself so much. I always thought, you know, I have to see a lot of success before I can talk about this coaching. And boy, was I wrong. I don't need to see success. I need to share what this is doing for me. Why I joined right this second. Why did I decide to be a coach? I need to start sharing that excitement with people because I was excited when I started. I had so much hope and I had so much belief when I started this. I should have been sharing it right away with people. If you think some of your friends would be good at this, or your sister, or anybody that you can think of, maybe it's someone from high school you just know would be good, share it with them. Don't be nervous about it because it builds up your confidence. And if they say no, it's no big deal. Like it's not like they always use this coffee analogy. A waitress, when she offers you coffee, or when she offers a table coffee and they say no, she doesn't just curl up in a ball and stop serving coffee. She keeps going and she asks the next table. You don't have to take it personally. It's not for them. That's okay. You still gave them a compliment because you thought that they would be good at this. So getting confident talking about coaching, and you can start that confidence by sharing it on your social media. Recognizing the success of three people. That's actually something new that they've added to the tracker, and it can be really fun. If you're just have a friend that's doing really well on the program, or you're in a free group, in a private group, and someone's motivating someone else. People love to be recognized. They love to be recognized when they do something really well. So that's one of our vital behaviors that we try to do every single day, is just pour love on people, basically. That's what we do as coaches. We're the motivators, we're the cheerleaders, and we're always trying to build people up. So this business activity tracker is really key. If you do those things every single day, I can pretty much guarantee that you're going to see success. So printing this out every single week, and for an extra dose of accountability, I always suggest sending it to your coach. Sending it to your coach until you get really good at just making sure that you do it, that you put it into your daily routine. Some of you might be thinking, oh my God, that seems like a whole bunch of stuff to do every day. Honestly, this can be done beyond the building me section. The building your business can be done in 1 hour. The 1 hour does not have to be 1 full hour. When I started coaching, I was working full time, had a little girl, like I was busy. I did it in pockets of time. So I would have 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there. What I did is I woke up half an hour earlier to get my workout in. And I did my first post then always. I never took breaks at work anymore. I didn't take a lunch hour. I didn't gab, in the break room. And I gave up my Facebook scrolling time to work my business. That is where I found time. I didn't have extra time when I joined Team Beachbody. I did not have extra hours hanging around. But I found them. I found them in these little pockets that really weren't adding any value to my life. And making those few sacrifices now, 3 years later, has completely changed my life in a lot of different ways. So we can send you, I think the business activity tracker is actually in the first bit of your training. I'll check that because it's a great tool to have to print off every week to get you started. Okay. Anybody have any questions before I go on? I'm just going to go through a couple technical things and then we're done. Nobody? Okay. So, few little things that we want to talk about. Team calls, super important and super fun and super way to build your business and learn a lot of different things from a lot of different people. Our team calls are on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock Eastern Central Time. They are always recorded, but they're always a lot better if you're there in person. The National Wake Up Call is something that I would pretty much make a non-negotiable in your week. The live version is Monday at 11 a.m. I know most of us are at work. I'm not even out. I'm at home working. I always forget to listen to it then. The best thing I can say to do is download the podcast app on your phone and then go search for the Team Beachbody podcast. You will be able to listen to it whenever you want, driving, while you're doing your makeup, while you're doing laundry, cooking supper, whenever. And if I can give you one extra step, go back. Every single National Wake Up Call is on there. And I've listened to every single one probably twice. And that is how I learned how to build this business. Honestly, you guys, you don't even need us to learn how to be a Beachbody coach and to be one of the top coaches. All you need to do is be a little bit resourceful. All the information you need to know to grow your business is on that podcast app or on YouTube. If you need to know something, I swear you can find it in those places. We are always really happy to help you, but sometimes you just want to hear it in a different voice. You might have something that you want more information on, and the podcasts and the YouTube, like everything's on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. You're welcome to just subscribe to it. But like there's all the top coaches share everything. So it's a great place to go. Success Club. Does everybody know what Success Club is? No? There's some shaking heads. Okay, so Success Club is a measurement about your business, basically, of how many people you're helping a month. It's sort of a way for us to see who's helping people, but who also is serious about this being a business. And Team Beachbody puts it in place so you can have a measure every month. If I do this every single month, I know my business is going to grow every single month. So Success Club is basically you want to get Success Club 5. That should literally be your first goal, is hitting Success Club 5. And to do that, you need to help 3 people get started on our program. And when I say on our program, I mean our challenge pack. So that's going to get them their workout. That's going to get them the Fix 8 nutrition program, so the containers and the nutrition guide. And that's going to get them Shakeology. And that's going to get them a spot in the challenge group. That's our complete system. That's what we know for sure gives people success. Yes, people can buy just the 21-day fix, and yes, they can buy just Shakeology and all that stuff, but a challenge pack is our complete system, and that's going to give you 2 Success Club points. So every time you sell a challenge pack, so most of the time now we're selling the all access challenge pack. Some of you on this call maybe would have bought the 3-day refresh challenge pack. Every program we have has a challenge pack component to it. And that's a bundled package of Shakeology, challenge group, all that stuff. So that's going to get you 2 points. You can also get 2 points if you sell Shakeology on its own on auto ship. So it has to be on a home direct order to get those 2 points. And you can also get this gets a little confusing, so bear with me. You can get 1 Success Club point if you sell different items that equal 90 points. That one's kind of confusing, so don't even worry about it. But there is a way to get 1 point if you needed 1 point. But basically what you want to do is help 3 people a month with a purchase of a challenge pack and get them started on their journey in our challenge group. So Success Club 5 is a benchmark, basically, a benchmark to know that you're moving your business forward. You're going to get rewards from Beachbody. Everybody that gets Success Club 5 gets some fancy, dancy something. I just got another knapsack in the mail. I get hats and books and t-shirts and I don't know. It's crazy. Every single month you get something. If you want to up the ante even more, Success Club 10. And that's helping 6 people. And Success Club 10 has other prizes. And I mean, like right now we're talking about Summit. So everybody that gets Success Club 10 gets to go to this really swanky party in New Orleans. So they always give you something for your effort. And it all boils down to how many people are you helping. And if you're a coach, if you really want to do this, that's usually your number 1 reason, right? You have a passion to help people. And that's going to be your measurement of success. So that's what Success Club is. My goal for you, for everyone on this call, is to get that Success Club 5 mark every single month. And one of my main reasons is I don't want any of you to have to pay for Shakeology again. So if you get there, you've made enough commission to cover your Shakeology, more than enough commission to cover your Shakeology cost. So if you hit that benchmark, you won't ever, I've never paid for Shakeology again. In fact, I pay for 2 bags come to my house and I never pay for it. You've made enough commission to cover that cost. There's a Success Starters program. So if you have just signed up as a coach and you're in your first month, and your first month doesn't actually officially take place until the first of that full month. So if you signed up today, your first month doesn't actually officially start until July 1st. If you hit Success Club 5 in your first, second, and third month as a coach, you will earn a ticket to Summit next year. So I just mentioned Summit. Summit's in New Orleans this year. There's a whole, I think, 30 of us heading down to Where's it again? New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans. In July. When is it? July 14th. That's when we're heading there. Big parties. I mean, it's a huge deal. It's lots of education, but tons of fun. And you can earn a ticket to go there if you hit Success Club 5 in month 1, month 2, and month 3. Okay. Next thing. Anybody know what an Emerald Coach is? Few of you have been asking me about that. Yeah. Okay. So Emerald Coach would be the next benchmark that you want to hit. An Emerald Coach means that you've had 2 people that want to join your team. So want to join you as a coach. And you need to have one, and I'm definitely not going to get into too many technical things about this, but basically you just need 2 people to join you, and we'll help you place them there, place them where they need to be. And that gives you your first rank advancement in Beachbody. And it does a lot of stuff. Emerald is a really important step. It really signifies to us, and it also signifies to Team Beachbody, that you are building a business. And how they pay you back is they start giving you a few incentives. So you all of a sudden start banking all of the sales that are happening within our team. Okay, they basically open up a bank account for you, and they bank all these points. Everything that everybody sells on our team has a point value. And when I say team, it means we all work together. So as successful as you are and the next person, we help each other out. So Beachbody opens up this bank account and starts banking these points. You have to do a lot of stuff to get these points, but what the great thing is as an Emerald Coach is they bank them and they don't go away. They stay there for you until you've built up your own team. So you've done your own due diligence. And when I say points, this all turns into money at some point in time. It's again, it's not like next week, but the cool thing about being an Emerald Coach is they bank them for you. So they open up your Team Beachbody bank account. If you're an Emerald Coach and you have Success Club 5, you will be given free customers from Beachbody. We are all probably pretty aware of the website beachbody.com. Here's your first tip. That's not us. We are teambeachbody.com. So there's actually 2 different sites. So people that just go to beachbody.com and buy a program are asked if they would like a coach. And if they click the little box that says yes, they go into this pool. And every month, people that are Emerald and they have hit Success Club 5 get to dip in that pool. And all of a sudden, these people that have asked for a coach, they've literally asked to have a coach, are going to be given to you. You're going to get their information, you're going to get their email address, and now you can reach out to them and help them. And hopefully they'll become one of your customers, maybe they'll become someone on your team. If you get Success Club 10 and you're an Emerald Coach, you're going to actually get commissions from those sales. So if someone, let's say Chelsea, went to beachbody.com and she bought Shakeology, she would then show up in your, all of a sudden you would say, oh my God, I don't know how this Shakeology, and then who is this Chelsea person? If you had hit Success Club 10 and you were an Emerald Coach, you would get the commission from that sale, plus you would get her as a customer. So you would reach out to her and say, how are you liking it? Do you want to join my challenge group? And it all starts going. So basically they reward you with free customers that are actually asking for a coach. So there are some pretty big incentives to get to those 2 things. Success Club for sure, Emerald for sure. Those are your 2 first big deals as a coach. And then it just moves on from there. And I'm starting to lose my voice, so I think that probably must be it. I think I covered everything. Okay, anybody have any questions? You can just unmute yourself and we can go. Or we can all go and have a sleep. Wow.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I was not expecting to have anybody interested so fast because I haven't got started at all yet, but actually somebody I know already is interested.
Nice.
And she's messaging me. She wants to start getting healthy too. She might buy a challenge pack from me because we're talking about it, but I don't know. But anyway, she wants to start next week getting healthy in one way or the other. So my question is, I know how to chat with her about what I'm doing and recommend it to her. And I know how to, like, my coach helped me understand how to put it under my name if she does buy it. But I'm not clear on what I can offer her for, like, let's say a challenge group, because I'm not running a challenge group. I don't have a page going. I don't have anything. So is there like a bigger one that she becomes a part of?
Absolutely. So Cassie's your upline, right?
Yeah.
So yes, there's never not a place for someone. So Megan and I, we have a challenge group going all the time. So no one ever has to feel uncomfortable about not having a place for a person to go. Usually, probably Cassie has one going, or Cassie will get you to Megan. So absolutely, there's a place for her. There's always a challenge group for someone to join. No one would ever be not supported. So we would never expect anybody in their first month or first or second month to run a group by themselves like that, unless you want to. You know what? There's some people that just want to go do it by themselves, and I'm like, more power to you. There's a ton of information in the back office for that, but we do these together all the time. So Kate, yeah, if that all sort of pans out, she would just come into one of our groups, and then you would just help us. I mean, it's always important that you're the one kind of messaging her and helping, like you would kind of be doing it together in this case, which is kind of cool to have someone join you and do it right along with you. But you would be in our challenge groups or Cassie's group or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other questions? I know that's a lot of information. I know it's a ton to sort of take in, but I hope you made some notes. And then this is when you kind of go to your upline, to your coach. You have a conversation on the phone, and you can kind of go through all of this stuff step by step and really start understanding it. But like, end of the day, guys, the thing that's so important is that you're on your health and fitness journey, and that you're getting really into that and you start sharing it. That's really where everything starts coming together, is you getting comfortable and more confident sharing your journey. Okay. Did I miss anything, Megan, Heidi? I don't know how I could have. Okay. Okay. I didn't look at the chat. Did anyone look at the chat? Oh, good. Just chatting about books. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining us. I know that's a lot of info, but know that you can always reach out to me anytime. Make sure we're friends on Facebook. I'm always here for you guys. That's really what I like to do. So good luck with everything, and have a good night, guys.